So, Will and I had prepared a little poem for you guys. 'Twas the day before break, and all through the hall were the sounds of students, Spinellis big and Dennis small. After silent night, tonight at 7, as you venture on home to your family in open presence, remember that the greatest gift of all roams here each day throughout the halls. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Kumar, always there with a smile and some crusty, dry humor. As you walk down the hallway and approach CT20, you'll hear some noises, strange and funny. Sounds of computer games and YouTube echo through the floor, so we venture on over to the science building door. Outside, we find the sophomores joking about playing spike ball, but should be in study hall, without a doubt. Bam, roasted. We don't know where the juniors usually go, but we found wherever Woody is, a crowd will soon follow. As we walk back into Cary, past offices of teachers, we hear loud music playing from the senior room's headphones. As some seniors are playing one last foos, a loud thud hits the ground. We know it was on the loose.
It was old Johnny Elf, all nasty and mean. It was 1 foot tall and was Covington lean. A foot tried to step on it, belonging to Booth. Symes sprawled down, missed, and almost broke a tooth. Then came Fitz, who tried to fight, followed by Blake with all his might. All the seniors gathered and huddled together, and honestly, Sturts went crazy, as Princeton has a no-elf policy. Holmes and Cohill crouched down to say hi. Wendell, Gavello, Ricky, and Zane told them, "Nah, homie, don't even try." Ellison, Devery, Corey, and Lotz also took the lead in trying to make this tiny beast leap. But it was no good as he went out the door and disappeared from the Cary floors. He hobbled over to the old turf field, where he found Wolf, Young, and Hooley working with Coach Seal. But suddenly, a curse fell over the guys playing soccer as they started to whiff and play like Parker. He scampered through the hall and into the nurse's room. He scampered over Juice as he met his doom. He woke up Ricardo and left him annoyed. He ran through the art room and drew all over Troy.
Charlie tried to hit it, then Seibel dove and missed it. Gushu tried to wrestle, but he ended up twisted. Asher and Stevens went against this meanness, but they couldn't get past this disgusting green genius. Then he pranced back up the steps near the barbecue potluck. He ran around to Smith and bumped into Buck. Flax tried to chase him down, but fell flat on his face. Then Granger came to his side and helped him rechase. The day turned horrific, terror throughout the school, as the elf now ventured into the pool. So Shamar put his swim cap on for a few more years. He wore a swim cap in first grade, and splashed and paddled through pain and tears. The elf ran quickly out and hopped up a tree. Cho was already there, waiting to hit him with some Tai Chi. He tried to snatch him, but fell right on his butt. DaCosta tried, he doesn't try, and instead gave up. So we turned to Dorian and Dupree himself, the two best guys to tattoo the elf. Nimble and quick, intimidating as well, then the elf was cornered by Navy's Wes Mel. The elf squirmed away, but scared by this tower, as good Basil arrived with his secret tech power. He zapped the elf back over 10 full feet, but he sprang back up, not admitting defeat.
The elf ran into the Finney as some students were chanting, but suddenly their mouths got stuck and were now panting. Gus, Danny Mac, and Apple couldn't speak. Their voice boxes closed, not even a peep. Gasping for air were Z, Luigi, Harvey, and Charsh, as Johnny looked at them with a stare quite harsh. Then off to the glee room Johnny went exploring. His next victims were Mitchie, Amon, Goodwin, and Maury. Jedward, C. Will, and Whittick were practicing their throws, till Johnny checked their arms. Now they play like they don't know. They lost all coordination. Their hand-eye wasn't right, so they went inside and found Doris, Avantons, and Bryce. On the court was Devery, Bryce, Butler, and Everett. The elf zapped their knees. They couldn't even get net. Outside we see Nealon and Song flying their drone. Johnny the elf disconnected the phone. As it fell, Church dove into the grass, but missed as he had been pushed by Sandberg and Abbas. We were turning on each other. Our morale had begun to sink, but it didn't seem to affect the Mount Pleasant hockey rink. But still Johnny managed to go and tripped Drew, Seaway, Huber, and Willie into the snow. Jules and Kayad tried to fight him, but missed miserably as Johnny left them there for the public to see. Doyle had just gotten dressed, ready to brawl, ready to defeat Johnny once and for all, but was quickly swept off his feet. He hit the ice hard, losing the meet.
So back to Gilman he went, past Derek and Brian, who tried to reach Charles but ran right by him. It seemed all fun and games to good old Teddy O, who now wanted to get rid of Pantel, Riggs, Deal, Claiborne, and Joe. Calvert's men had become Calvert's boys. They could barely handle his horrible noise. Also a mess were Kohler, Saunders, and Lee as their talk turned sour without any glee. Tab and Webb were at each other's chins, so Webb teamed up with Drake, Pay, and Lynn. Byerly tried to trap it, but Johnny jumped out of reach. Diving were Cranston and Schaefer, who barely missed the beast. Bloomquist and Chan tried to save the day, but Shim hit the whip and just scared him away. Bobby and Cooch used Red Bull to their advantage, and Siegel tried to outsmart the elf, but still couldn't manage.
He just kept going, running now desperately. We need a blueprint, all crowded around Freddy. The next time Johnny comes here again, we'll keep two at the door, Braxton and Ingerman. Blocking will be Keener. No way he'll get past. And next to him is Niebuhr. No questions asked. That should keep him out, but watch below him. Crawling on the floor will be Hogan. He should be well hidden, and let's have Eastman on the roof entrance climb up and listen. As soon as the elf ran in, the bell had just rang. Jumping in front were Palm and Wang. We were all scared for our lives. We wanted to go home. We looked in the corner. Pouting was Strom. Now Brendan and Minjun were fighting in the hall. That was until Gray pinned them both up against the wall. Brothers turning on brothers. This can't get worse. The school was now universally cursed.
As the game of tag began to get weary, Johnny the elf went back into carry. But he knew well after that he had gone too far. As his shirt was untucked, he wasn't getting away from Kumar. Shanti used his super long reach, bent down and snatched up this beast. Shivering in fear, the elf began to cry and pleaded to let him go. I'd do anything not to die. All Kumar wanted was for the school to be won again, just in time for Silent Night to begin. So the elf closed his eyes and counted to 10, and magically the student body began to mend. All the chaos had ceased, now we're back to the same, and before we knew it, it's almost time for the game. There's one thing that we want you to know. It's that over break, stay safe, and please go slow. Don't let these 3 weeks pass by your sight. Have a very happy holiday, and I'll see you tonight. Thank you.